Hello, Ben Mankiewicz with you on TCM as we kick off Summer Under the Stars this weekend. Got underway yesterday, August 1st. Every day in August for 24 hours from sunrise to sunrise is devoted to the movies of a different actor. The actor we're featuring today is perhaps the signature leading man of classic Hollywood. I mean, it's either this guy or John Wayne. We are in the middle of a 24-hour marathon showcasing the movies of a legitimate cultural icon, Humphrey DeForest Bogart. Tonight, in prime time, we have three of Bogey's later movies, all released by Columbia Pictures after World War II. Among them is his last film, which might be his finest performance. The Harder They Fall, though, is a couple of hours away. We begin tonight with Bogart leading the way in a courtroom drama from 1949, Knock on Any Door. Bogart stars as a lawyer defending a troubled young man played by John Derek. Much of the action takes place inside a courtroom in a story focused on showing how good young men can wind up on the wrong side of the law. At the time he made Knock on Any Door, Humphrey Bogart had reached the height of his powers in Hollywood. The 1940s were a remarkable decade for Bogart. After years of supporting parts, he finally hit the big time in 1941 and 42, The Maltese Falcon, High Sierra, Casablanca. Those pictures were just the beginning of Bogart's rapid ascent into Hollywood's stratosphere. Bogart became powerful enough to take a bold step. He set up his own production company, which he named Santana, after his yacht, where he loved to spend his free time. Now, with the power to pick his own projects without being beholden to Warner Brothers, where he made all those great movies, Bogart suddenly had freedom, the freedom to choose which filmmakers he wanted to work with. For Knock on Any Door, Bogart settled on a promising director named Nicholas Ray. Ray, who emerged as a major talent in the 1950s, had only two pictures under his belt when Bogart hired him. They Live by Night and A Woman's Secret. Neither of those films had been released yet. Ray and Bogart got on so well, they collaborated again a year later for In a Lonely Place, another of Humphrey Bogart's best performances. Here's their first film together from 1949, also with George McCready, Knock on Any Door. Knock on Any Door is an adaptation of Willard Motley's debut novel. Motley will always be notable for writing one of the best lines ever in anything, which you heard John Derek say in the movie. Live fast, die young, and have a good-looking corpse. Motley is an unsung American trailblazer, a black gay writer in mid-20th century America whose work was adapted by Hollywood. Motley faced some criticism for writing about predominantly white, poor characters when he was black and middle class. His characters were also straight, while he was gay. Every one of those criticisms misses a pretty big mark, how hard it was to be a successful writer in the middle of the 20th century as a black gay man. Most, of course, praised Motley for the honesty, heart, and nerve in his writing. Yeah, so he didn't print his picture in his novels for fear of being pigeonholed as a black writer, and he was also hesitant to reveal his sexual identity in the 1940s and 50s, same as so many other gay men. Motley's novel, Knock on Any Door, focuses primarily on the downfall of the troubled young Nick Romano, not his lawyer, Humphrey Bogart's character, who became the focus of the film. John Derek, who played Romano in the movie, corresponded with Motley, seeking the writer's guidance on bringing his character to life. Motley's third novel, Let No Man Write My Epitaph, was a sequel centered on Nick Romano's son. Columbia adapted it into a 1960 film of the same name. Coming up, we have Humphrey Bogart's final role, a brilliant and heartbreaking performance. He's a down-and-out sports writer who agrees to promote a fighter in the crooked, unforgiving world of professional boxing. The Harder They Fall is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, The Harder They Fall, then Dead Reckoning, and later, Dark Passage. Lighten up. Humphrey Bogart's on all night.